Hey guys, today I thought it would be fun to share with you all of the books that I have collected this summer. Now, because I haven't been reading a ton this year, I've been trying to be very controlled with my book buying and not allow myself to buy books that I know will end up just sitting for a while on my shelves. So, of the 5 books that I have here to show you guys today, I'm happy to report that I only bought 2 of them for myself and the rest were sent to me for review. So starting off with the review copies, first I have here Pigeon Blood Red by Ed Duncan, which is actually a self-published novel and has this absolutely stunning cover. Like, look at that. The back is just as good and it's that beautiful kind of buttery cover as well. It's been a really long time since I last accepted a self-published book for review, but I got sent an excerpt of this and the writing was fairly good and it just sounds kind of like a fun, fast-paced read. So I thought I would just read you the back here. Easiest way to explain it. After an unfaithful husband and his lover try to double-cross a loan shark, they endanger the lives of the man's unsuspecting wife and an old flame who comes to her rescue. Pursued by a killer with a conscience, the wife and her newly found protector must decide what to do with a stolen ruby necklace worth millions, and the pursuer must decide what to do with them: murder them as ordered, although one of them saved his life, or refuse and risk the life of the woman he loves. So it looks like we've got some unfaithful marriage here, we've got some kind of loan sharking, organized crime, and of course we've got, expensive jewels. So hopefully this should be a fun read, and I hopefully should have a review of this up on my blog by the end of the month. Next, Black Lawrence Press sent me a poetry collection, and that was Human Interest by Valerie Bandura. Now, I have been experimenting with different poetry over the past couple of years, trying to figure out what I like, and this sounds like something that would be, I guess, right up my alley. From what I can tell, Bandura talks about very modern, very relevant themes. She uses a lot of pop culture references, and it feels really fresh and really easy to read. So I thought I would just, read you guys the poem that was included in kind of the press email, and that is called Rodeo Good Stuff. I'm following a truck with a gun rack and the bumper sticker reads, "Take the migrant out of immigrant," and I think I'm an immigrant. I think of the time Jose forgot Shang Xing's name and called him foreigner, and as I said, I'm a foreigner, then laughed on the inside, but Jose laughed out loud, bah ha ha, because he thought I was in on his joke. Once, a young woman on a bus shot up the aisle to get a better look at my face before asking, "What ethnicity are you?" But as I told her, I said on the inside, "I'm American. I run red lights, tail old ladies, honk at texters while texting. I have 4 American flags on the roof of my car. How many do you have?" So like I said, this just feels like really fresh, relevant poetry, and I'm really looking forward to going through the rest of the collection. Then lastly, when it comes to review copies, HarperCollins got in touch with us over at April Magazine to see if we wanted to review Amy Tan's new book, which is this memoir, Where the Past Begins, a writer's memoir. Now, this is obviously an uncorrected proof copy. It's not even like actually bound or anything, but I could not be more excited to read this. I haven't actually read any of Amy Tan's adult fiction, though I have read, I believe, one of her short stories and pretty much all of her children's fiction. So I'm really looking forward to getting into this, and this comes out, I believe, in October. Yeah, in October, so we will have a review of this up closer to that date. Then the 2 books that I bought myself are actually both war related, so I'm going to start off with this one, and that is A Few Good Women, America's Military Women from World War I to the Wars in Iraq and Afghanistan by Evelyn M. Monahan and Rosemary Nidell Greenlee. There's a whole lot going on that cover. So for Father's Day this year, we took my dad down to San Diego to visit the decommissioned Midway aircraft carrier, which was absolutely phenomenal, by the way. If you're interested in military history, I would highly suggest you check that out. And because I am me, I went to an aircraft carrier and left with a book. I've pretty much always been interested in military history to some extent, and over the last couple of years in particular, I've just gotten more and more interested in it. So I'm really looking forward to getting into this one. I have read books about kind of women during war before, but nothing about actual female military members, so I'm really looking forward to this one. And then the other book that I got here is Goodbye to All That by Robert Graves, which is actually a World War I memoir. I first heard about this one on an episode of A Good Read on the BBC Books and Authors podcast, which is my favorite bookish podcast, by the way, and basically Harriet Gilbert, the host, and her guests were talking about this as just a really eye-opening, really personal, really fascinating description of what it was like to be a British soldier during World War I. And as soon as the episode was over, I was like, I'm gonna need to get that book. So just reading off the back here, in 1929, Robert Graves went to live abroad permanently, vowing never to make England my home again. This is his superb account of his life up until that bitter leave-taking, from his childhood and desperately unhappy school days at Charterhouse to his time serving as a young officer in the First World War that was to haunt him throughout his life. Again, very interested in this. I haven't actually read a whole lot of anything about World War I. Generally speaking, I read more about World War II, so this should be very interesting, and I'm really looking forward to getting to it once I finish all my reviews for the month. So these are the books I have acquired this summer, and obviously I'm really looking forward to all of them, and if you have read any of these, I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments below. And also, since I ended with some books about the military and war, if you have any recommendations for books like that you think I might enjoy, please leave those down for me as well, because like I said, it's just something I am incredibly fascinated by, so I would ask for your recommendations there as well. This was a nice short haul. That's all I've got for today, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you are having a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Bye!